the rarest patterns in CS2 skins, and most of them are super cheap. First off, we have the Galil Phoenix backlight, and this is interesting as most patterns don't have a phoenix on them, as you can see in the video, but there's some patterns that have said phoenix visible in the skin, such as this, which is pattern 979. But the absolute best one is pattern 755, as it has a perfectly centered phoenix, but this one is very expensive. Then we have the Glock 18 high beam, and this Glock is only 10 cents, and the normal pattern looks mostly like this. It has these white lines, but the skin is mostly blue. This one though is pattern 897, which makes the skin look totally different, and honestly I much prefer it this way. You can easily find this pattern for market price as well. I found one for 15 cents when I was doing this video. And before we go to the next one, this video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CSGO trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CSGO skins for some new shiny ones in just a few seconds. The way it works is pretty simple. You select the skins you want to trade and you select the ones you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for absolutely free when you trade on the website, and you also get a 35% bonus when buying balance. On top of that, they have daily, weekly and monthly giveaways in the freebies page. The link to the website is in the description, and thank you SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Then we have the Op Boom, and even though this skin is very old, I bet that most of you have absolutely no idea about this one, but the Op Boom has a special pattern called pattern. I'm not joking, there's many of these patterns, but the one which is considered the best is the pattern 266, and as you can see, it's a on the back of the op with the hole serving as O. Not gonna lie, I had no idea about this and it is so funny. Then we have the Mach 10 last dive, and 95% of the patterns on the skin are basically boring and don't look great, but there's some crazy ones. This one, for example, is pattern 386, where a perfectly centered skull shows up in the skin. Or this pattern 407, which includes a skull, a snake and a diver. And another pretty cool one is pattern 748, which has these three. Honestly, I had no idea that this skin was so unique. For the next one, we have the 57 Neon Kimono, and the average pattern is mostly green and white, but this one actually has two special patterns. The first one is the white pattern, which is a pattern that has almost no green on the top, and this is pattern 442. And then it also has the neon or green pattern, which is considered the best pattern as it's pretty much fully green, and this one is pattern 452. The next one is the Glock Moonrise, and this is actually a very special skin as it has randomly generated patterns, but there's a special one called the Star pattern, which there's only 44 of, and this skin has 1000 different patterns, making this one pretty rare. But to add to that, stars can be misplaced and cut, so chances of getting a tier 1 perfectly centered star pattern are even lower, and these are the patterns that are considered tier 1. Then we have the Galil Crimson Tsunami, and I mentioned this skin in a cheap Galil skins video that I did recently as I absolutely love it, but it has a cool detail. The waves are basically pattern based, so you can get variations of it with waves on any part of the skin, and the rarest and most desirable patterns seem to be the ones with the biggest waves, such as this one, which is pattern 22, but as far as I know this doesn't add much or any value to it, so you can get it for very cheap. And lastly we have the P250 Crimson Kimono, and this skin changes between red and black depending on the pattern, but the average pattern will be mostly black on the top, which is pretty boring, but the absolute best patterns are the ones with red on top, and pattern 20 is considered to be the best one as it is fully red and honestly looks pretty sick. That is it. If you guys want to see more of these rare pattern videos, let me know down below, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily CS